Oh, yo, I totally didn't unmute my mic just now. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. I was just saying good morning, and then I was moving the charts around to make them actually fit what we're about to open. This one, we're just worried about seeing what's happening. This one, I like to use recent context, but we're not really going to have any of that today because we're going to be opening so high. We're going to be up here between this level and this level. So the main focus is, where's my thing? Can we hold this, or can we just break pre-market high? So it's a pretty simple game plan. It's really nothing that complex, and it really shouldn't have to be on a day like today. But good morning to everybody. Good morning, Optioneer, Tobias E, Sinful. Thank you for the like. Aloha, OA83, VC, Gary, Susan, Dr. J. It's always fun saying your name. What's up, Dom G? What's up, Maddie? What's up, Lag? Yo, hi, Key. I had a lot of fun yesterday. That was one of the best streams we've done in like, I don't know, however long I've been doing streams. We are definitely doing way more member only streams. That was so much fun. Not just the way that we were talking about stuff, but just like, I don't know. It was way more laid back. It was like straight to the point, and then we could chill and laugh at whatever. Which we kind of do that in this stream too, but I don't know. We were definitely a lot more direct yesterday about where we were going and what was going to happen. And we actually got a great day, so that was cool. Not just for downside, but upside as well. I mean, there was tons of movement yesterday. I think that's my main point. Good morning, Garden Trader. Good to see you. I spoke into the mic on that one. Well, how did everyone sleep last night? Alright, the music should be playing. Let's check briefing. So CPI increased 0.4% month over month. That was a tad higher than the estimate, but in line with consensus estimates seen elsewhere. Core CPI, which excludes... This is why I hate looking at the other one, because core is so different. The core CPI, which excludes food and energy, which is kind of nice to exclude because these are two of the probably the biggest areas where inflation hit the hardest, were energy prices and just energy in general, and then of course, as we all know, food prices for different items. And then it says even that jumped 0.2% month over month. So even if inflation's not like moving a bunch right now, CPI and PPI have both moved to an extent to where we're like, why are those moving? You know, why are those going that direction? So it is a little worrying, but on the other end of things, that could be a great thing. Like I literally just said yesterday in the member stream, you know, right now you could almost take bad news as good because we're almost flipping back into that kind of market again, which is normal. Weird to say, but yeah, I mean, just look at this reaction, right? We have our first like, not scary piece of news, but something that comes out and says, "Hey, inflation's definitely there's a chance it could come back around," and this is how we react. That's pretty funny. The key takeaway from the report for a market worried about inflation heating up again is that the results were better than feared, which at first blush shrouded the reality that the consumer inflation rate is still running well above the Fed's 2% target, tied to the PCE price index as well. Yeah, PCE is what we like to look at. That's what the Fed watches. Fed watches PCE. CPI is just kind of like a general report for everybody. But PCE is where the good stuff is. That's what sometimes you'll hear people call that the Fed CPI. It's just what they like to look at. Be sure to drop a like on today's stream. The likes do matter in a public stream. I would appreciate that. Great, I just rolled over and opened my eyes. Oh. Did not have a big meal, so I slept well. I feel like I sleep well when I have a big meal. Maybe I'm just weird. Good morning, BB. Missed the stream yesterday. Yeah, you missed a good one. We'll have to look for it later. Alright, so yeah, if you're looking for the member-only stream for, like, replayability, one, If you have a YouTube membership, just check the membership section of the YouTube thing. It's that one tab. If you are not, and you're just a member for my Discord, you have to go to the hashtag levels channel. Which I hate that the channels have like hashtags in them. And then scroll up. It's just from yesterday. But I think after a few more of them, I'll make a channel in the Discord or somewhere in the Discord, and I'll put all of the saved member-only streams in there. Or I'll go back and I'll cut them up. But that's a lot of work too, so I don't know. Either way, though, it's going to be saved, so you have them. But generally, yesterday, we did really good. I would say the first, like, almost 2 hours of that stream. I mean, honestly, a majority of that stream, I was going over a ton of stuff. And during the market opening and, like, all the way to when we kind of stopped giving a shit about watching the chart as much, we were just killing it. I don't think we got a single direction wrong as a group yesterday. we were on fire. And it wasn't just me. It was everyone. That's the whole point of those streams. And then we did some trade reviews. We did all kinds of stuff. So you can kind of skim through that stream, but there's a lot of stuff just in that first one. We came out swinging. 591 is very close to breaking. This is another bigger time frame level. Can somebody tell me where pre-market high is? Oh, wait. I don't need your help. Oh, yeah, I do, actually. What is pre-market high? Somebody tell me that so I don't have to switch the chart over. Great Rising, my boy. What's up, Smokes? I did a cleanse yesterday. I was going through it. Oh, that sounds rough, honestly. But that's good, though. That's good. Good morning, good morning. You too, Andreas. Good morning to you. There was a January 8th to January 10th gap, which we just gapped through. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. I haven't even yet to look at how many gap downs we just went through. I'm sure there's more just above us right now, too. Stayed up late playing FC 25. Is that the, like, is that, like, the soccer coach game or whatever? It's like, or, like, league manager or something? You're suffering now, LOL. Good day to you, Michael. $591.95, $591.78. Oh, that's right. Y'all are gonna have two different answers because it's different brokerages. You know what? I'll just look with y'all too. $591.78. I'm really a changed man. I remember I couldn't ever, like, it was impossible for me to adapt to, like, not having extended hours on. And now, that's all I do. I can't stand having it on. Leland screwed me up. Now, I'll never adjust to white charts, like having a white background and blinding me. I'll never do that, but he did get me on the extended hours part of the chart. Alright, so not much to really say. I mean, we're kind of watching over pre-market high, or we're watching for a hold of this area right here, because this is now potentially bullish, even if we drop down to it and hold it. But don't be scared to short if we do break under today's open. It's just, I really don't recommend it until we're under this area here, right? If we're under this, I'll even put a cute little arrow. If we're under this, then I'm a lot more confident in shorting it, right? But that's not to say if you are shorting it under this, you're stupid. Like, no, I'm just saying it's not highly recommended. Also, you could just cheat and just do the overnight gap fib and just go off of that. But this is a pretty solid supply trying to hold as demand that I've had on my chart for I don't even know how many days now, but it's been a bit now. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep that on watch. But definitely not confident to short this as much until we're under this, because it could just hold this, build base, and then jump up to 592. So Not really a fan of just trying to short that. Not amazing risk reward. What else? Over pre-market high, talked about that. Hold of this or break of this. Not really else to mention on that. Something else you could do today too is watch IWM. This is something I love to do whenever I feel like I don't know what I'm like supposed to do because of like the crazy market movement, or maybe like a piece of data came out. So let's go from previous day close. We all know what this is to the today's open. I'm just gonna leave that. So even if you don't like to watch SPY on days like this, or you don't want to watch SPY because maybe you don't like how the levels look or something, you can just jump on over to IWM. It's a great day to watch them. Triple Q. It's also a great day to spam through your weights, guys. So if you're someone who likes to go through XLK, XLF, XLV, XLC, XLY a lot, you like to go through your sector weights, this is a great day for that. ACV. Okay. Alright, back to SPY. Yeah, IWM is breaking under a good level. And then it has a little bit of room to its gap fib at the 50%, a little bit under 223. And just for shit's sake, let's see. Where is this? Oh, it's even under that? That's crazy. There's so much room to the 50%. That's just how big this move is. Alright, well, if we fall under that, it's pretty close to what we're looking at here. So about 586.25, 586. So decent size move from here. Even more incredible move if we do stay under today's open and make it down towards that. But going down to that 50%, why we're looking at that is because that would be like a means of like normality. That'd be like a balanced move if we went down to that. Whether it's now or during lunchtime or end of day, it would be pretty balanced and totally fine for us to go down and hit that. So it's not the end of the world if we see that kind of large move to the downside. It again just kind of highlights just how big this move up was. This was honestly why yesterday in the stream I was saying I'm probably not going to swing anything, because a lot of people were trying to short the market yesterday. I did not see a lot of people talking about longs. A lot of people were talking about continuing to short the market into CPI and holding through to the Fed talks. It's like, okay, dude. So I'm glad we went over a lot of this in the streams, because I have personally not felt as bearish as we were before. You know, when the market was taking those downturns and we had multiple lower highs from the all-time high. Like, yeah, that's totally fine. We could make healthy pullbacks. That's great. But it has turned the market into... which is good. We talked about this too before, when the market was going up and making new all-time highs and it felt euphoric and everybody was feeling happy. But that was the point. Everybody was feeling great. So everybody was wanting to keep going long. Now we've had this nice pullback, you know, even with CPI, PPI, PCE, all the data coming out, it doesn't matter. We were bound to make large moves. We just didn't know the direction, you know, but now it's kind of nice to see that we've made a move down, or potentially going back up, or building moves to give us that, you know, potential to go back up. So it's just nice to get large moves. It doesn't matter if you know where it's going or not. You should just be able to trade up or down. And my bad, let me fix this chart. I forgot we switched it over. Beautiful little hold of that level there. So again, like I said, even though we get a break of today's open, I'm not really that excited about that until I get a better break of a little more down here. You could even maybe say under 589.20s to get to this area, and then again, same idea here to here. But just not really liking this, because we just gapped up a crazy amount. Even a break of today's open, yes, that is bearish, but just because it does it one time doesn't mean I need to jump into shorts instantly. So as you can see, our thinking was correct. We are getting a bounce. So let's see if we can get up to pre-market high. If we break that, that's a pretty good sign that bulls want to continue. But I definitely don't blame you for not participating even so, because we are already up about 1.5% on SPY today, which is fucking nuts, because it's only 11 minutes past the open. And yeah, drop a like on the stream, guys, if you're enjoying some of my updates. We'll go through some of the market weights here in a minute. I just like to let the market settle the first 15, 20, 30 minutes, and then we can go through some information and kind of get a better idea of where we're most likely headed. Everything is just hypotheticals in the first kind of 15, 20 minutes, but gives you good context. What is possible ahead. Oh, I was just talking. I didn't mean Tobias. I didn't mean our Discord chat. When I was saying everybody was looking to short the market more, I was just talking about the overall. Like, if you go to StockTwits, if you go to Twitter, if you go anywhere, it's kind of just nice to check what everyone's saying, but not actually take it as. I take it as like info. I don't take it as like, oh, I'm gonna do what everyone else says, or I'm gonna do the opposite of what everyone else says. No, I get my opinion, and then I go look around, and it's like, okay, cool. Everyone's fucking super bearish, and I don't think it's gonna keep going down. And again, how does that work? How does that play into the charts? It's all liquidity. If someone's wrong and you're right, price is going up more. Or down, whatever the scenario you're in. But they become the energy to help the chart to move forward, to go up more, to go down more, and whatever, like I said, situation you're in. In this case, we're seeing it to the upside. I did see a few of you nutheads go long in the chat. And that's why, honestly, like, sometimes I'll intervene and be like, I don't know if I'd do that. Like, I don't know if I'd swing that. I haven't even been intervening on some of y'all's swings recently because, honestly, y'all been pretty correct on the direction a lot, so it's like I don't really need to help y'all with that. I think it's the same thing for small time frames. I think some people just overthink. Like, a lot of you guys have really good intuition on where the market's most likely going, and then you just you do something to fuck it up, which I feel like I'm the same way too. You have really good sense of direction even in the shittiest market, but then there's like these micros that you keep fucking up, like, oh, I entered too early, or I'm grabbing the wrong contract because I'm just literally not thinking. Like, if you're grabbing a really far out of the money contract, like on SPY, like, you're tripping. Why are you doing that? Like, I could maybe understand on like a same day SPX like potential scalp, but like on SPY, it's really hard to do. Especially for like a day trade is what I mean. And yeah, guys, drop a like on the stream. If you're in the stream right now, drop a like. It helps out the channel a ton. If you guys have any updates you want to share, go ahead and drop them in the YouTube chat or in Discord. I'm trying to skip between both so I can get a good idea of what everyone's wanting to do. Alright, guys. Do we have a chance of breaking pre-market high, or is this high of day? That is the question at hand. We moving up? Hell yeah, we are. Yo, everybody look at what Ace just said in stream. Please, everyone, turn your attention to what Ace Ventura in the YouTube chat just said. Some people can't be helped. He's only joking, but if you guys rip into Ace, I totally would be like cool with that. Like, I don't like adhere to bullying, but like I'd probably like back that up. Early still, but I'm watching Disney and Microsoft for today. Bro, anybody watching Microsoft is a genius, because Microsoft just looks great. Positioned wise. Like, why is Microsoft even down there? Yeah, Ace standing there like shaking in his boots. No, it was funny because a little inside joke. I mean, inside story, I guess. I was talking to Ace, voice to voice. He could hear me, I could hear him. And I specifically remember telling him that Tuesday and Thursday I was trying to do member only streams. And I remember I told him specifically because I knew he would forget. Just because he's really busy. It's not because he's like stupid or anything. Like, no, he's just like, he's busy. So he forgets things. And, especially things as like stupid as like, yo, Bueller, I'm doing my streams on Tuesday and Thursday. So it doesn't really matter, but that's why it was funny. He was like, yo, I missed you yesterday, man. It's like, bro, I was streaming. We actually did a longer than average stream yesterday. But I like to mess with Ace because he's pretty chill. He's the only ICT trader I won't rip in half. What, Faith? You like just got in here, dog? And yeah, welcome everybody. Good morning if you're just now joining us. 595 end of day. I wouldn't even doubt it, Dom. The level's right there. I mean, it could hit it. A little under $4 from the pre-market high at 595.60s. And 595 from right now is only $3 a share away. And yeah, it kind of did what I talked about, you know. They didn't go all the way down to here, but they used this level just the way we were talking about. It was just like they need energy to go up, but they don't want to just go straight up from the open because it would be too obvious, and then everybody would either not participate or worse, participate and be completely wrong. So, I don't know. This was nice. This was nice to see this. This is why I said, like, you can't just short from the direct level under. Like, you really got to watch something else, something more impactful, and that's why I chose this out. Because we've had it marked for a while. But, like I said, just using this to be fuel to the fire to actually be able to go up, right? So, I don't even know if this will keep going up or not. I'm just saying it's a good sign that you have a little bit of this here and a breakout instead of just a breakout. Because then that'd be kind of weak on its own. So it's kind of nice to see that. Yeah, SPY looking pretty good. I don't see what's going to stop it besides some weights pulling back. But I'm assuming all the weights are kicking ass together. Yeah, look at tech. Tech is on fire right now. Healthcare is also moving up. Remember, we talked about that too. Like, a lot of your most powerful days are when these work together. XLK and XLV specifically, just because there's a lot of really big bullish days on the market where these aren't working together. So it just kind of goes to show that it's almost like we were running a mile with a bullet in our foot, right? So when these are working together, it's like there is no bullet in our foot. We're just able to run as fast as we can. So that's always a good sign to see. I always check that first, just because even if the healthcare isn't the second largest sector anymore, right now this is, it's still important to check that because they don't normally run together. But it's nice to see when they do. And then banks, you can see they gapped up. So really big, important day, guys. This could be a day that runs, and then at the end of the day or going into tomorrow, we kind of get stunted a little bit. We slow down a little bit, maybe a lower open to some extent. A lot of banks have earnings today, a couple tomorrow, but there's a lot of them today. So if you check your earnings calendars, today has a lot of important banks reporting today and tomorrow. XLF, and then we got XLC and XLY, which these are of course not as important, but they're still up there. You know, these are basically as important as like healthcare or banks right now. But comms is like your Meta, your Netflixes, and then if you go to XLY, it's like your Teslas, your Amazons, Nike, Home Depot, McDonald's. Which actually you could see XLY is not really helping us out right now. Yes, they opened higher, but everything did. But since opening, they have not progressed up. So that's what I'm saying by they're not helping. Which XLC just now helping us out. We already saw XLV kicking ass. We saw XLF doing alright. They're kicking ass. They're above today's open. And then XLK, of course, definitely taking the cake on who's kicking the most ass right now. Those are very important, guys. If you don't find the importance behind your sectors and what they weigh of SPY, you are tripping. And there's a good chance that might be why you don't have good intuition. This is why a lot of my traders have really good intuition. It's just because they know how to flip through the weights and they understand it's just a big pie, right? That's really all it is. All the individual equities like Apple, Microsoft, all those that are inside of tech, those are just ingredients to the slice of pie. What's the slice of pie? XLK. What's the whole pie together when all the slices come together? SPY. It's just a really big pie. So if you understand how that works and how it comes together, it really helps you take advantage of how SPY should be moving. Right now, that's not always the case, of course. You'll soon find that out. But it's definitely very helpful because again, we're not just looking at the weights to trade, right? We're using levels and the system and everything to help us out. So what would be using the SPY pie? You know, what would be using that tool, that analogy? It's just another tool to us. It's just another confirmation. It's just more information for us to use. And it doesn't conflict with anything we're already doing. So it shouldn't be, you know, the end of the world to flip through a couple weights real quick and then come back to SPY and be like, all right, what are we doing? Oh no. Is that XLC weakness going to come back to haunt us? Or not XLC, XLY? XLK producing a pullback candle, but it's still above the supply. I mean, this is very important. It's if this holds, we have a very good chance of still going up on the market, is what that chart tells me. Healthcare, 141, so that'll be pretty important. I don't have all my levels in this chart. I just have monthly emergings, I think. Oh, and real quick, how's IWM? Trying to defend, okay. They didn't move up as much as SPY did on the reversal up, but they did the same thing, kind of. They're still under today's open, though. That's interesting on IWM. So we'll see if they launch through that 226 area or if they slowly fade into that 50% fib overnight. Triple Q new highs. They're doing great, which I kind of expected that. I mean, we saw the XLK chart. They're on fire. And that's essentially the same chart. I like to call XLK a little bit more pure blood because it doesn't have as many of those not as tech weights that Triple Q has. XLK pretty much just has strictly tech companies. So I just like to call it pure blood, even though they are both basically the same chart. And yeah, if you guys have any updates, let me know. I will try to read them out and stuff. Let me see what you guys are doing in here in Discord. Let me move this chart a little bit. Alright. And welcome everybody. Be sure to drop a like if you're just now tuning in. Oh yeah, so many smart people in here. There's a ton of smart people. And yeah, not even like joking or anything like that. Like I'm being serious. There's a lot of really nice updates in chat that definitely help me out from time to time. Hood to the moon. If that, then this. Ka-chow. Entered Microsoft Lite. It triggered my alert. Just one contract. 430 call 117. 594.40 would be the gap. Yo, what's up, Andrew? Perfect timing. I just got finished yapping. What's up, dude? Damn, sinful kill on the quantum computing stocks. Up about 40 to 50% on each one in trimming. Good shit, dude. Yeah, I saw a few of you post some quantum computing stocks and bought a bunch, so it's kind of nice to see y'all kicking ass on the different random like, you know, a couple years ago it was this year it's this, you know, it's always a different sector that has that potential, but I'm always happy to see you guys kick ass on that. I saw Dondi mention a couple as well. It's nice to see though when you see that in chat, because it's like, damn, my chat's hungry. People want to eat. Someone sent me a friend request. Their account was created January 1st of 2025. Yeah, I think I can safely decline that one. Bro, if someone made a Discord in January of 2025, bro, that's a red flag on its own. It is very rare you meet someone new on Discord that's that new. That is crazy. I've already seen a new Discord account. Seeing it say 2025 is a little freaky. And what's up, everybody? We have almost 50 people in here. If you guys have any updates or questions or anything while we're looking at the SPY chart, we're also flipping through some of the weights and just different parts of the market. But as of right now, we are staring at SPY. He said, "My bad, twin. That was me." I was going to say the account name, but I'm not even going to. 594.50 incoming. Definitely very possible. I like the potential of about halfway between here and here being tested, but I really don't know if we have the energy to make it to this level. Between here and here, whatever 50% of that is, sure, I would agree with anyone in here that's 100% feasible. Getting to here, I'm not quite sure. You know, in a directional move is what I'm trying to say. Not like really, really fucking slow all day and then we get there eventually. Like, that would suck. But in a good, trendy move, I don't know if we can make it to here. Halfway between here and here, sure. I think that's fair to say. Which, what even is that? It's almost 594, so pretty close. So be very careful of that. But I do like this little stutter stepping that we're doing on the 5 minute here. Kind of like stutter stepping that. Which, like I said, it allows energy to be made to even make it up the chart more, right? We've already made a massive move up. It's pretty obvious we're up. Everybody sees that. It's obvious. It's going to be hard to get liquidity to keep moving up. So what do they need to do? They got to trick some people. They got to change some sentiment. They got to freak people out. So they did a good job doing that here. I wouldn't say they did as good of a job here, but not everyone has 591 mark like you or me, so it's not like everybody can say this is obvious. It's just obvious to you and me. But there is another good retest here, so it should be somewhat obvious to people here. Even if they don't have that marked, I mean, you can clearly see we went up, held here, held here. So by now, I would like to think this is a more obvious retest hold, you know, over this, where this isn't as obvious at all. So, did that actually create fuel for us to go up more? We'll see. I like the fact that we're holding each level, though, that's around price. Like, we went down, held it, went down, held it. So, I mean, context-wise, we're doing really good for the bulls today. Even if it feels a little awkward. Yep, new high. There we go. What's up, Rob G? Palo Alto network look like? We can check it out here in a minute. Loving if this 15-minute closes above PMH. The only thing you need to know for Palo Alto network is if Pelosi is long on it. 592.50 is my target. That's a good target. That's a good target. Because it's not, you know, out of the way. Bro, your fib that you made on IWM made back my upgrade fee. Why would IWM do? Oh, the retake that it did just now? I mean, honestly, if you haven't ever seen this before, watch this video first. Actually, I don't know why I always do that. I could literally just type the name. I could cheat and just type in Leland. Yeah, it's the first video that pops up. Bueller and Leland talk about how to use the Fibonacci on overnight gaps. And there's a bunch of breakdowns in the Discord if you like text breakdowns as well. We try to produce both because, I mean, I'm like that too. I hate reading everything. Sometimes I want to watch a video, but sometimes I don't mind reading. So we just put the information out in both formats. But definitely watch this video if you haven't already. We go over all kinds of ways for you to trade the overnight gap. And you can see in this example too, it's actually just like today a little bit. Like, yes, you could draw it, but you can see they didn't use it. It just kept going away from today's open. But it's still important to mark because at some point, if we ever do make a low and we go back up, a lot of the times when we go past today's open, we go smack that. You know, if we don't have like a low right here to hit, or we're already past today's open, a lot of the time the normality or balance level is us going up to that. Whether it's this day or the next day, or the next day or the next day, eventually after we catch a low and finally build some base, a lot of the time we go smack that. So when we don't fill a gap, we at least smack that sometimes, whether it's that day or within that week. So it's just a highly impactful area to have marked. And when we don't just, you know, move away from it, there's all kinds of days that you can actually use it as a, like, we fall down here and we hit it, make a higher low. Bro, buy that up. That's a buyer's dip. That's a buyer's dip. And vice versa. So it's just, it's good to have something that gives you conviction. It's like, yo, be bullish. Yo, this is pulling back. It's telling you instantly what's happening. And that's exactly how we use our levels. It's just step by step. It's like reading a book. I always use that analogy because it's probably the best example. But when you read a book, or you're watching a movie, or you're watching a show, right? I'm not going to say every time you read a book or watch a movie or watch a show this happens, but you probably get a little bit of context by going through the beginning of the story, and then you're able to make guesses on the movie or the show or the book that you're reading. And that's just intuition, right? So I'm not saying guess when you trade. I'm just saying use the tool, use what's in front of you to help you kind of estimate what direction you're going in, and then actually use, you know, a strategy to trade. But it's nice to have that context awareness outside of that, because then you're like, oh, well, I'm not surprised that we kept going up because we just did this. While most people are just looking at this, they're just looking at this, right? You're able to at least add this into the equation of like, well, we did gap up from 582, so we're up $10 right now. If you're, I mean, we're almost up 10 on SPY as of right now. We probably did hit it right here. Yeah, we were up $10 just a moment ago. So, you know, you're able to use context instead of someone else. They're like, oh, we're only up, what is this? We're only up $2 a share right now, dude. Like, what? That's why I was saying don't have a target. Like, if we're breaking a pre-market high, we're not targeting 595.60. Can we go up to that? Sure. But that's why I was saying, like, I was kind of pointing that out down here too. Like, yeah, we can go down if we break today's open, but that doesn't mean this is bearish. Because I could see, like, we're so far up above that gap, the gap fib. You can't just short that next level. It's kind of like the same concept if you flip it. It's like, dude, we're up $10 a share. If we break pre-market high, don't target 596. Yeah, and I like what Kevo said. He said 592.50. Because one, that's just a good psychological number, and two, it's just above the pre-market high and above this high. So if you do get a high and a stop out, that's probably how it would work. And then of course we talked about the other passive target, which you could probably do from the bigger time frame level to here. So 593.30. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh god. There we go. But yeah. And then use that passive target. Like I said, like, I just don't know if this was enough fuel to let this go up a lot. Like, this was nice. If we had done this right here, we'd probably already be at 593 something. Because this would have broke, it would have changed sentiment, it would have shown people, yes, we are trying to go back down, and then when they retake, it'd be fuel to the fire because a lot more people just exited or are trying to re-enter again, and it adds it, and then they're just like, yo, let's go to 593s. But not as helpful of a retest here as this was, in my opinion. Which is kind of a weird conversation, because I feel like usually I'd be telling you, oh, this is beautiful. But it's just because of the situation that we're in right now. But maybe they're just trying to stutter step every single level, like we talked about earlier. They stutter step this level, they stutter step this level. It looks like they're trying to do it here again. What I'm saying with stutter step is up, down, hold, up, down, hold, up, down, hold. It's just, they're just staircasing up slowly. It's like in a calculated way, so I don't know. That's why I'm saying it is possible to keep going higher today. They haven't really done anything to show us that they are trying to come back down yet. On intraday time frame, sorry. I don't want to say that and someone will be like, what the fuck, you don't think our economy needs it? Oh, nice, Kevo. Sorry, I'm just now reading the YouTube chat again. I'm catching up. It's an amazing system. I have to burn into my brain, like how to find these levels. I'm missing easy trades. It's, yeah, I mean, like, what levels do you struggle with, like adding or remembering to add? I would just make a checklist, honestly. That helped me out in the beginning. Because, like, let's say, here's a good situation. So let's say previous day high is right here, and then pre-market high is also, like, right here. You know, there's no point in adding both. You don't need both. And let's say one's, like, really close to the other. Like, dude, just delete this tinier one and then use this one. If it's outside of that level, this is more important, because if price is going to go, it has to go outside of that level, not just that one. You know, or if you have like a space, use it as a whole area, not just one level. That's also helpful as well, because I know sometimes when we have both of our fibs marked, it's easy to get kind of clustered and forget what's more important. And then another checklist. You should have a second checklist that kind of reminds you what are the most impactful levels. We talk about that all the time in here. I think you were here yesterday in the member stream when I was going over it more in depth. But you know, there are more impactful. Like right here, this is beautiful. Sorry, switching the subject again. Like, you saw how we dipped under today's open and then retook? This is nice. They're doing it to pre-market high now. Not just once, but twice. So can they actually, you know, keep doing stuff like that to let us go up more? It isn't as easy as just saying buy. Reaching weekly outside bar control point on triple Q watching. Sorry, Mighty One. That threw my tongue into a twist. That was crazy. TA routine, but I missed how you got 589.20 as a level. Let's see. And any time lag, if there's a level you're not sure about and I have it, just ask. I'm always happy to look. Because I'll always go over it and be like, yeah, we don't traditionally use this. Okay, so yeah, we don't traditionally use this. But I did go over this. So this chart that you see me using, and that I've been updating day to day with you guys, either in live stream or in the Discord chat. But I go over it in the live stream no matter what. But from the video from Sunday, I added this level and this level because I wanted to show everybody it's just basic levels. You know, it's nothing crazy. So these were just the barriers of the gap from way over here. And I was just using this to kind of give me a little bit of help. So that's pretty cool. Not just a little bit of a wick there, but you can actually see it here on the 1 minute exactly how we held that level. But yeah, not a traditional level, so it's okay if you don't have that one marked, but that was the reason I had it marked. So yeah. And anytime I do that, it'll be in a video or a breakdown of something, because like I don't like to just post random levels and then you guys not, you know, understand where am I getting that from. But that's not a traditional level. So yeah, that's probably why you didn't have it marked, bud. It's not the end of the world. So it looks like you probably had a majority of your levels marked. And just remember, if you ever have like a really huge space too, just add a 50% and then you don't have to mess with it again. Twisted your fingers while typing. The 10 years at resistance. Good post by Tobias. Damn, Discord chat is on fire, dude. I like, every time I click away and then I come back. Wait, J-Flock, are you Marathon in chat? That has to be who that is. That would be really cool if that was two different people, but I'm pretty sure that's the same person. Oh, J LaFleur, not J Flock. What the hell am I saying? J LaFleur. Damn. That's a dope name. Is LaFleur actually your last name? I mean, I'm sure it's not, but if that's actually your name, that's kind of a cool name. Well, good stuff on your IWM, man. That took a lot of effort on your end too. You know, little credit to you as well. I don't always like to take the credit because it doesn't matter if I went over it or not. You still have to be the one to do it. It just sounded fire. Yeah, facts. If you bought calls like me. Yeah, I saw your calls post. They moved like 5%. Yeah, they're making it awkward on this retest. Yo, what's up, D-Touch? It's always a good day when D-Touch is here. He said you're special. Yeah, 1.75% on a almost $600 ticker is crazy. D-Touch, man, you'd be surprised how many... I mean, I guess you wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of people who keep asking me about Daffy. I'm like, bro, we don't know. Like, I only know what D-Touch would know. $592.60 big level 2 week ago high. Letter Buck's pretty good at that too. He'll always find a different level I've never even thought to add. Entered because of VWAP, daily level, and overnight FIP. See, that's what I want to see, Marathon. Like, I don't care what strategy people use. It's just like, I never see people do what you just said. I mean, besides my chat. It's like stacking confirmations. Like, I don't care if you use fucking EMAs, VWAP. I don't care whatever you use, right? It's just like, use those confirmations together, right? I would never trade an EMA breakout by itself. I would never trade a current day open breakout by itself, unless it was just like the most well-positioned thing I've ever seen in my life. But that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, you got to get into higher probability situations. How do you do that? Get into situations where multiple things are screaming at you. This is why I always tell people in my chat about intuition. Like, unless the chart is literally screaming out at you to get in or get out or to do something, don't do it. Like, there's just no point. If you can't sit there and enter a position and then 5 seconds later I tell you that I want you to tell me why you're in, and you sit there and you like freak out or hesitate or you don't even really know yourself, like that's a red flag. But if you can sit there and you're like, well, I like this, I like this, I like this, it's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Like, this guy's got a real idea on what he's trying to do here. That's trading. That's, you know, knowing your risk. That's trading. So good job on your trade review. Oh, I didn't even see people's from the other night. Let's see. Oh, the lead test, yeah. Damn, Maddie. I just saw the post you put up at... Oh, that was last night. Good stuff. Shorting now, just kidding. Just to freak people out. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay, D-Touch. I still have you and you have me. We can still cuddle. Nothing too special. It was nice, though. I mean, it's a little hard to see on the 5 minute, but on the 1 minute that you showed, it was like, I could see it was very methodical. New high of day, by the way. Sorry, I didn't say that quick enough. I was reading messages again. I was taking y'all's opinions too serious, man. Nice little, just, like I said, stutter step kind of day. You could feel it, like they want to keep going up, but they don't want to make it too obvious every time they keep going up, because then it's like, then it won't. You know, it's impossible to go up if everybody's going long. There's got to be some sort of sentiment that's out there that that you could profit from. But being up 1.8% is nuts. We were up over $10 on SPY. I am so glad I opened my stream today. This isn't as awesome active trading as it was yesterday, but this movement is crazy. And that's what I said at the beginning of this week. I think I even said it in that video. I said this week's going to have some really good movement. It was just because, like, the first 2 weeks of this year, if you think about it, were kind of bullshit. So, like, this was, like, the first real week we're getting. So even if there is all this data and everything, you know, the data kind of helped out today especially. But even without that, we were getting really good movement again. Like, this felt like the first real week of trading of 2025. I did, Matty Ice. And probably Sinful as well. But I probably said it because I was saying it for Sinful. So yeah, probably Sinful. Pre-market high was strong? Hell yeah, it was. I think it's also just, like I said, the awkwardness of the fact that we're already up a shit ton. It's so obvious that the market wants to go up. So it's going to be harder and harder to break new levels each and every moment. Which we are in the 593s. We did say as a passive target, getting into the 593s would be a good sign. You know, so anybody who went long above, not current day open, but anybody who went long above, you know, this area just as a whole, 591 or pre-market high, this is already a good passive target from your new trade. I was just mentioning the context of, like, we've already moved so much. It's like, it's kind of obvious the market wants to go up. But getting this follow through, even with all of that, is really nice, because that just shows you how strong bulls are right now. Plus, the stutter stepping has been a little helpful. If this was just straight up green candles, we would not have made it up this far. So they needed this hesitation in between to make people not all be super bullish, to allow the chart to even go up more. That's kind of been the point I've been hammering in today's stream, because it's a very important concept everybody here needs to know. You'll hear people call this a liquidity grab, but it's generally just, it logically makes sense. Like, you need someone to be wrong for someone to be right, right? So if we're already up almost $10 and we want to go up more, what do we have to do? Got to make it ugly. You can't make it obvious. But that's crazy. We're already back right under 600 again. After us being in the 580s and a little bit lower sometimes, you know, that's a crazy thing to say out loud. The power of CPI. Alright, I gotta check through my weights real quick, so let's switch this chart over to the red, and then we'll go to this, and to this, and to this, and we'll go through some reds. We'll keep SPY on that right side chart, though, so everybody can be aware of, like, what's actually happening. Unlike before, where I switched through the weights and we don't know what's going on. But tech still kicking ass. They're still right around high of day. Banks also, they're just now getting a little bit of a pullback, but we just talked about the stutter stepping, so I'm not going to re-explain that. But again, very close to high of day. Same for discretionary. This has been, oh wait, not this one. Oh no, they're all doing good now. Okay, never mind. I was going to say one of them was fighting us earlier, but that was this chart. But you can see they're up. So they're not fighting us right now. Let's see what the smaller sectors are doing. So this one's outside of the top 5. All of these sectors that I'm about to show you are outside of the top 5 weights, but they're still very important. There's actually 11 sectors, 12 if you count the unspecified sector in SPY. But no one counts that. So you can see industrials are down, staples are down. This actually makes sense. This would be one sector that's down that I actually could agree with. Real estate, materials, utilities. Again, these aren't as important to understand or know, or even know the weights of, but you should at least know that there are more than just 5 sectors in SPY. I just only go over the main 5 because they weigh such a large part of SPY that it almost doesn't matter to read the rest. But just for curiosity's sake and just to learn, it is kind of nice to know all the sectors and what they mean and what they do. It's very nice. Because then you can actually say, like, that there is, you know, a system to how SPY moves. It isn't just... I mean, it is buying and selling, don't get me wrong, but it's not just on SPY. Like, it's the market itself. So watching this is like watching a big version of that, you know, like a pie. That's why I always use the pie analogy. Oh, that's not SPY. What am I doing? No, I don't want a smart defrag. Fuck off. Oops, what the hell? Alright, so IWM is actually stuck there. That sucks. Not much movement for them. But they're still up there, so it's not hurting anything. Tech should still be up, yeah, but they're up against their next level on the triple Q chart. So be very careful of Tech potentially slowing down against the 517s. If you go into chat here, I'm just going to type that in chat. And yeah, what's Bitcoin do today? I didn't even bother looking at. Kicking ass. Nice. Going back to 100K. If you really want to know when this is going to go back down, you just got to spam through your sectors. That was a good question, though. The power of CPI. Yeah, what's up, Hurst Horns? How you doing? My bad. You probably said that and I was yapping. Good to see you, though. I said, yeah, I should have got 2,000. Did I say Bitcoin? Yes, I did. I've been going over Bitcoin recently. I might be I'm only a hater to the crowd that thinks crypto is replacing currencies. That crowd is stupid. Anybody who just appreciates cryptos and wants to be in the future of them, that's cool. I'm good for you. That's great. I'm genuinely just against the stupid crowd because I think they're stupid, and you can make a lot of money off them. Look at Sinful. He's destroying them. Because it's not replacing shit. Will it be used in the future? Yes. Will it replace the dollar? No. Not in our lifetime, at least. That's the crowd that I always find hilarious. I love when I go to, like, I don't know, I don't do it anymore, but you could go to, like, random messaging boards and you could, like, read people give their opinions, and it's hilarious what some people defend on Bitcoin. Is it going to be a part of the future? Yeah, duh. Is it going to replace the dollar? No. You said, I believe our currency is digital anyway. They only print dollars to give people a warm, fuzzy feeling. Yeah, I mean, I think you can look up the number now, but a lot of money today is digital. That's not even just, like, an opinion. That's just facts. But that's not what I meant. I just meant, like, I didn't even mean moving all dollar to digital. That's not even what I mean. Like, there's people out there who actually think Bitcoin will replace, like, global currencies. And in saying the dollar is crazy. Like, if you were out there arguing, saying, like, you replace the peso or something, like, sure, have at it. But, like, sitting there saying you're going to replace the one currency that everyone bases their fucking currency off of, that's just not happening. Apple down to a runner on my day trade. This is getting up for a possible swing. The two double levels were over our previous all-time highs that wicked before we broke through. Deeper retest than a perfect price action. But if we get some volume, today we could see signs of a reversal. 240 area is a level to flip. Sorry, I'm reading username's post. It's a pretty cool post in trade floor. A lot of really awesome posts in chat on the regular. I don't get to give you all enough credit in here. Whatever happened to NFTs? But don't get me wrong, I'm not a crypto hater. I'm a hater of the people who don't even understand the thing they're defending. Anybody in here who owns crypto, good for you. But Bitcoin can buy you a house you can actually live in. Whatever happened to NFTs? Buying Bitcoin is like buying a house you can't live in. Crypto bros. Yeah, I mean, I don't go over crypto in here. I mean, I'll go over Bitcoin because it is a generalized price I can look at that a lot of things derive from, but I'm not going to sit here and stare at it too long. It's kind of like it's like the SPY of Bitcoin. I mean, of crypto. It's the SPY of Bitcoin. Is this another stutter step to give us some more upside, or are we finally slowing down? Again, like I said earlier, you can just spam through your sectors real quick and give yourself a better idea. Whoops, I typed that in backwards. That would have been awkward. Which I said watch out for triple Q because they're hitting a level, but that doesn't mean it's bearish. It's just they're hitting a level. It might take a few more minutes or a few more candles to actually break over this, or maybe they need to retest real quick. So tech, very important. That's why I keep mentioning XLK and triple Q. Probably the most important chart to look at right now, alongside your SPY chart. Banks have pulled back a little bit. My bad. If I can get that out of my way. We did pull back a little bit more. We're hitting today's open, so keep that in mind. That is important. Banks are the new number 2 on the streets. They're number 2. XLV is no longer number 2. XLV, though, is also pulling back a little bit. Again, these aren't significant drops yet, but just the fact that they're doing them at the same time, that's what we need to be highlighting here. I'm not highlighting the fact that they aren't big drops. I'm highlighting the fact that they're moving together. XLC, XLY, not really budging an inch. Like, actually not moving an inch. Alright, so nothing to be worried about just yet. There is a little bit of pullback in some of the smaller sectors under number 1, but still. Nothing to really damage the chart. But now we're aware. We know that 2 of them have tried. Jesus Christ, that was a lot of levels to look at. We have now understood that some levels have, or some sectors, sorry, F-SPY, I'm messing up everything, have slowed down a little bit, but nothing significant. So if we see anything more than that, then we can add on top of that. We're like, oh shit, things are slowing down, I think. It's just natural intuition we're stacking up. You're starting a position on Boeing? Shares or are you doing options? I just trade cryptos for fun. Oh wait, hold up. I just trade crypto for, sorry, it moved. Fun on the weekends. If I get the itch, I mainly trade Nas. I don't know why I thought I was about to say something else. I thought he was about to say Nas motherfucking DAC. But he's saying Nas Monday to Friday. I learned to trade in crypto. I relate it to learning to swim with sharks. I'd rather trade crypto in parlay. Oh, than parlay. Dark cloud cover forming on the 10-minute. Let's see if it prints. Let's see. On the 10-minute. That's a interesting time frame. Oh, it's awkward. I just deleted my 10-minute the other day. Come on. Let's see if Mr. Shadow is right. He is right. That is a dark cloud cover. 2 key factors of a dark cloud cover is the fact that you get the higher open and that it breaks the halfway point of the previous candle. If you also get a golden pocket break at the previous candle, it's even more beautiful. But that's just a potential slowdown sign. I wouldn't say start shorting it instantly from there, but that is a good slowdown sign, Mr. Shadow. Thank you for saying that. Senor Shadow. kind of adding into what I already said too, you know, with a couple of the top weights, slowing down. I keep saying slowing down because I don't want to say pulling back, because then that gives you the reference of like, oh, it's dropping. Like, yes, they are dropping, but not in an extent where we're like super bearish yet. We're still above our most recent stutter step on the overall market. That's a new term. I don't know why I'm saying that so much randomly. It's just what it feels like. It's like they stutter stepped, like in football or sports just in general. Sorry, shares. VA is going to have a transformation, and they are strong. I think long term, yeah, it's not a bad spot. I mean, how many times now has Boeing failed, and we just keep bailing them out? So it's like they're not going anywhere. So yeah, no, it's not a bad one to bet on. The parlay smacked last night. What'd you parlay on? Just sitting cash and waiting. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm doing the same thing. I almost bought a long earlier for a quick scalp, but I really have an itch for not touching shit the first 20-30 minutes, so that's why I didn't touch that. That was really the only good trade I saw today. If you captured this candle or one of these to get the retest up, nice. But everything else, it's just been kind of hesitant. Once we got up to 593 too, which was kind of what I was saying was a passive target, it makes me even more hesitant to want to grab long, because again, we're up $10 right now. That's not to say we can't go up more, but I'm trying to be aware of my surroundings. It's like crossing the street without looking. It's like, why would you do that? You wouldn't. So if you're sitting cash and you felt like you were hesitant today, or you feel like you're a pussy because you didn't grab a trade, you're not. You're actually very smart. If you did grab a trade today, I'm not calling you greedy. I just hope you did a minimal trade like what we did with Kevo. Like Kevo just grabbing a quick scalp, making it to 593s, bam, that's it. Like, that's all you should have been going for. Aiming for the moon from this kind of move is crazy. But let's see. Can we get another stutter step holding pre-market high? If so, I would not be surprised to see us make a new high of day. That is something to highlight. A good hold of this. This is pre-market high, by the way, the dotted line. A good hold of that definitely brings a new high of day, most likely. Again, that's a very high probability retest if we hold. A drop under 591 would definitely be a good level to kind of start thinking about, are we pulling back? That would be a good level to mention. Above, and it's sad to say that too, because that's still above current day open. That's just how high up we are. Doing the hezzy. Every time I see that, I think of that old YouTube channel where he'd always say like hezzy mezzy fellow. It's like a basketball channel or something. How was everyone in stream though? We're all doing good, or we got some hesitation or some struggle in here? I've been doing my best to be pretty active, going over what's going on and trying to keep everyone a little comfortable, because I know days like this can be a little awkward. Damn, Linwood. My bad. Just not getting back to Discord chat. He said, currently up 250% in my crypto account, but I've been holding forever. You're a beast, dude. Good job sticking to your guns. How can the whole market pump like crazy and A&B still looks like shit? Damn, Tobias. The hate is real. Andrew's like, it's up 2.2%. Andrew giving the facts, dude. Let's see. Does it actually look like shit? Do I even agree with that? I mean, their intraday is kind of sexy. They did jump up a lot. I think he's probably looking at this time frame, though. I don't know. If I'm a bull on AMD, I want all the smoke. I want all the hate. I want everyone to hate this ticker. You know why? Because when everyone forgets about it, we're all going to buy it up. And then it's going to go right back up to where it was. And everyone's going to be like, what the fuck? I knew AMD was going to go up. No, you didn't. Shut up. Only my chat has a couple AMD bulls in it. So I know for a fact that everybody is thinking right now AMD looks like shit. Good. I hope everybody thinks that. Please, hate it. Keep hating it. Give me that sentiment change that we need on this chart, please. Test the gangster of AMD. I dare you. If you own AMD, you're a genius. It's just going to take a while. I personally love it around 100 to 119. That's like, this little whole area here is not a bad area, but you just have to understand that's like long-term ownership spot. Right? I'm not saying you buy that and then you expect it to be up the next week. Like, that's just unrealistic as fuck. But why I'm saying I want that sentiment change is because the more people hate on it, means there's less bulls on it, which brings more liquidity on it. So when it does go back up, it doesn't just go back up a little bit, it's going to go back up a lot. So please bring the smoke. Please keep hating AMD. If the general public hates something, you should love it. Days like this, you should get one contract at a time. Oh yeah, 100%. Or just sit cash and take notes. That's cool too. Nice wicking here. I like this. Like we talked about, can we get another stutter step that holds? See, and this is what I was talking about earlier. It actually breaking the level, or breaking something significant, like right here, today's open. It actually breaks that low and then holds, right? This broke it. If it holds here, that's a lot more important than it just holding the level. It's actually bringing energy into us going up again. Like I said, if we get a hold of this, not just on the 1 minute, of course, on the 5 minute would look nice too. There's a very good chance we are pushing a new high of day, which, let me fix this. This is so hard to look at. I hate gap up or gap down days that are to this extent because it definitely makes it hard to look at some of your levels when you got so many. So you just got to skim through them and zoom your chart to a way where it's not overwhelming to look at. So this isn't too bad. He said, yo, that stutter step my calls had a horrific dip. Yeah, it's going to be like that. It's rough to sit in those trades. That's why I was saying back here was really where all the best opportunity was, and it was just so early in the day. Like this one, not too bad. That's 30 minutes past, or 25 minutes past, but like this was where the real best trade was, and it sucks that it was 15 minutes into the day. Which, what does that look like on here? Yeah, this candle. So any of these three would have been a gold mine. Now it's just a little awkward. On the daily, Tobias, or are you looking at smaller time frame? Make sure you guys say that whenever you guys say a ticker so I can switch to it instantly on the daily. Okay. Because I don't want to waste time, and I know you don't want time to be wasted when I'm trying to go over something that you're looking at as well. So I just want to speed through it. What do I think about Amazon here? Honestly, it looks like shit, but it's good. But I like that it's holding this right here, this area. This was like instantly where my eyes locked onto because I see a support was broken here when they went down. But now they're holding it with this gap up. So it's just interesting to see, like, it does look like shit, but they're holding the necessary area they need to hold to even have a chance of going back up again. Also, something to note, I don't know if I'd mark it. You guys know me. But there are some definite lower highs right here. So I would be watching that, which that sucks. Those are so close. So I just watch that as a whole. And then, of course, the actual high, which none of those are straight. Sorry. But as you can see, you're still technically in a lower high from your 233s, but you're at a support now. So, I don't know. In terms of range, you're definitely at a better buyer spot now, but I would not be surprised to see another lower high made because this is way too far down. Right? You see how close these are? See how close these are? This is about as close to this one as this is to that. So, there should be a lower high soon under 224.50. If not, it's a little more awkward for that chart, and you probably will see it just jump up into this. So, pretty decisive level above their head. But definitely needs some balancing, in my opinion. Some more base building, and then you could get some really good, strong moves back up. But if the market just shoots back up, this will have no choice but to go up now. This week, I should say. But I do like this. My eyes instantly locked onto the fact that they lost that support and retook it. So that, just in general, is pretty important. It's kind of like what we're seeing here on SPY all damn day. It's like a stutter step of its own. And if you have any notes on Amazon that you want me to see, let me know. I'll just check it out. I always love looking at y'all's posts too, because it's, I don't know, it's just kind of nice. Having other people's TA to actually, you know, either learn from or be motivated from or inspire me to look at something else or just get some more reps. Not always about the biggest things. Buying 595 call, I'm just going to wait. And yeah, thank you guys for all the likes on today's stream. It's pretty impressive. I appreciate everybody for tuning in when they can. I just hope that people are actually listening or taking in or enjoy what we're going over. Hope it's not too boring or too stale. I know it's not like the most exciting shit that we're talking about, but I try. NVIDIA, possible forming a hammer on weekly emerging candle 131.87. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Chuck. Good to see you. I scalp the 1 second on NAS, so my life is plenty. Oh yeah, that's like a heart attack waiting, so that has to be somewhat exciting. Edges himself on the 1 second chart. That's funny, Hayden. Is your name Hayden? Why do I feel like your name is Hayden? Hayden Hurst. That sounds like a name. Hurst Horns. Yo, where is everyone from? You guys don't have to say what city, but what state or country is everyone from? No, he's an NFL player. That's right. You are correct. That's why I'm thinking that. I see the HH. I'm thinking Hunter Henry and Hayden Hurst, bro. I'm not even joking. The double H got me. He's like, that's an NFL player. I'm Mike. That's funny. Maryland, Kansas. Southern California, nice. Hope you're okay, Chuck. Tied in for the Panthers, yeah. My cousin, just kidding. Yeah, that's actually my cousin you're getting me mixed up with. My bad. Missouri, Dominican Republic. Gary said about 2 hours from you. Oh God, he could kill me. Wait, Lucas, don't take this personal. If I mess this up. Ficolandia? I'm sorry, is this a real country? Hold up, I'm about to look this up. No, it's a real place. Oh no, I see why it's spelled that way. Ficolandia, okay. Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. Okay. Fair enough. You were raised in Puerto Rico? Bro, Puerto Rico is so beautiful. Nirvana. Florida. Our Hearst have been here since the Mayflower. In Texas since the early 1800s. Legend. Legend. Yeah, shout out to my Texan natives. Optioneer gonna grow his account so big he'll be moving back to Puerto Rico. But he's gonna go back and buy Puerto Rico. He's gonna do what Trump's doing to Greenland. 2 minutes or 20. You're 20 minutes from me. How do y'all know that? I gotta visit Puerto Rico. Yes, you definitely do. Go to San Juan. If you go, you gotta go to San Juan. Honestly, you gotta visit all parts of it if you can, but San Juan especially. I wouldn't do that. How would I learn to trade? Yeah, I mean, you could hold me hostage and just force it out of me. get a speed run course out of me while I'm a hostage. I'm not giving any good ideas here. I'm just saying. Lithuania, USA, Colorado. Damn, one of my favorite Counter-Strike players is Lithuanian. I'm from the metaverse. I am the metaverse. Denver, San Juan, Sanjun. Oh, he said just kidding. I don't know. I thought I could have fucked it up. I'm so white. I could have said one instead of Juan. So I would totally have. That would have been valid to me. Good morning, busy day. Good luck today, everyone. You too, Cody. We've been in here killing it. I mean, not like we were yesterday, Cody, but you know how it is. Wyoming and Colorado. Wyoming/Colorado. Facts, thinking of buying land there. Not gonna lie. Bro, if you buy land in Puerto Rico, bro, please tell me. I will definitely visit you in Puerto Rico. I'm going to San Juan next month. Damn! Dude, if you go, you gotta visit the fort. There's a fort there, and then there's like a... I don't know if there's like a... I don't know what we did, if we went like on this like trip with like a guide, or if we just went on our own. But we went up into the mountains, too. Going up into the mountains is a lot of fun. Some cold-ass water. You jump in it, it feels like there's like 10,000 knives just touching you. Because it's so cold. There's so much good food there, dude. You gotta get like kebabs and all kinds of stuff when you go to Puerto Rico. There's so much food. Nope, maybe have a beer when I'm in H-Town. What part of Houston are you around? Did we already say this before and I just don't remember? Close down the broker. I don't blame you, Tobias. We are showing weakness. Sorry, guys. Let me give you an actual update while I'm goofing off in here. We are breaking under the pre-market high over the past 3 5-minute candles. So not looking too good. And on the 1 minute, you can see that we have a lot of lower highs leading into that 591. So it's not the end of the world yet. But I'm sure we could spam through our sectors and see what's causing this. So XLK is slowing down to more of an extent. I think that level on triple Q is affecting it. Yeah, they are still under 560. The 517s is what we were calling it. XLF. Okay, they did pull back a little bit too. Same for healthcare. Same for comms. So every sector is just pulling back together, and it might feel aggressive on SPY, but that's because everything's doing it at the same time. So it's going to feel more aggressive than it actually is, but yeah. So if we break this next level, I don't think I'll be that surprised after me spamming through the sector charts and seeing that some of them are struggling to hold up more. But fair enough. I mean, we are kind of sitting on a pretty insane gap up right now, so they have room. They have room. You're an hour north of Beaumont? Okay. You're gonna go lay down, you're so tired? Alright, Tobias, we'll see you, man. I hope you get some rest, big dog. He said, hey, Susan and I are probably neighbors. Oh, you're also... Oh, that's right, you did just say that too. Wyoming/Colorado. Beaumont, California? No. In Texas. What's up, Adam? How you doing? Fort Collins, northern Colorado. I've been to 2 different parts of Colorado. Aurora, which is kind of like basic for anybody to say. But then there was another time I went, and we went really far north or south. I can't really remember. And that was actual Colorado. That was pretty crazy. You know Aurora and people from the north? The White Walkers. Fort Collins. Yeah, that name sounds familiar, but I can't remember if I was north or south. I just remember if you looked at us on a map, we were near nothing. Like it was like a desert of snow where we were. And of course mountains. Which, I'm not gonna lie, that shit's kind of cool. When you're, like, up there in Colorado. Like, it's cold, don't get me wrong, but it's, like, it's different. Because you're expecting it. It's like, no shit, it's gonna be cold. Whereas, like, when you're cold in, like, Houston, it's like, why am I cold? I am not used to this. This is kind of a different vibe when you're in Colorado. They used to help me in my project, and all of them are millionaires. Jesus. Is there any tickers anybody's looking at or trading right now that's not SPY? I'll definitely check out any other ticker as well. Real quick though, let me check Discord and see what everyone's talking about in here. Oh, thank you for sharing your chart too, Tobias. I'm just now seeing that. How's your brother doing, Tobias? A little tricky. I switched to a cash account. Let me trade options. Moo Moo, what is that? That's a different brokerage? You're in NVIDIA 1.4. Oh, dude, I like looking at NVIDIA. Thank God. All right, I'll keep SPY on my 1 minute here. I'm going to keep NVIDIA on my left side chart. Which, bear with me. I don't even know if these are the right levels. Oh, they might be. One notable thing that my eyes instantly just lock onto, I don't know why I keep saying that today, is the fact that we're above today's open with a retest, and then of that retest, there's another retest. So it's like, it looks good, is what I'm trying to say. I like this, too. It actually defended where it gapped up, too. So there's a lot more liquidity here to allow this to go higher. See, this is what I was talking about. This actually went down enough to actually, you could actually say it has a chance of going up a lot more. Whereas SPY, it's a little harder to say that until we see more on the sectors and stuff. Damn, good looks, Chad. Hold up, I'm gonna let my dog in. Alright, I didn't miss anything. He now works for the Dutch National Bank, so he is analyzing the option flow and synthesizing the insane data that is coming in. Okay. But he will not spill insider info. Weak ass dude. Not even to his own brother? Boring day. It's not that boring. It's a very interesting day. And it's only a little boring because we're watching SPY in the sectors. We're looking at like the core of the market. But like, I bet if we were watching NVIDIA or something else all day, it would have been a little more fun. Still struggling with the pre-market high though there on the 5 and the 1 minute. Let me switch this chart up a little bit so it's a little easier to see. I can already hear my dog walking up. Welcome. Her paw was up in the air like she was about to scratch the door, but because I opened it, it was just there in the air. The dog was like, oh shit. We all know how it's going to go for some drama. Tesla Daily. Here, give me a couple minutes and I'll look at it. I'm gonna grab something here in a minute. I'm kind of excited for tomorrow's stream already, though, too. The member-only stream, man, that was so good. I think I'll try to bring in, maybe not tomorrow, but maybe in some of the future ones, we'll do, I bring, like, a member in or something, and we go over stuff after the general trading phase of the day. I'll bring someone in and we just go over whatever they're struggling with, or maybe something that they're not struggling with. It doesn't always have to be bad. It could be good stuff, too. Something they're killing it on, you know? Maybe they're just destroying every 80% entry they touch, so we can go over it with them. But that was definitely fun. If you guys don't know what that is or what I'm talking about, every Tuesday and Thursday from now on, at least this year, we're going to try to do member-only streams, which are unlisted, so you have to be a YouTube member or a Discord member, and the links are saved for those members, so you can always replay them or rewatch them if you want. But, yeah. And we're just kind of a little bit more detailed in our approach and when we enter and exit and stuff. But not just that, we go over a lot more. But that was a really fun stream. Everybody had a good time. It was so much fun. I was saying it yesterday. I was like, man, we should just do a member-only stream on Wednesday and Friday. Just skip all the public streams. Triple Q is out of control. I should probably leave that on the screen for a second. Yeah, CRM does look kind of crazy. I was looking at that one the other night. There's a lot of big tickers right now that are in pretty crazy spots, so it makes it interesting to look at, even if you're not bullish or bearish or either or. Some of these charts are just in some crazy spots. What's up? Gap ups and non-bearish market are very difficult for me. Feel longs are more profitable but limited upside. Shorts less likely but can flush. No, that's actually how you should approach them. That is, yeah. I'm gonna pin that actually. Pin message. I wouldn't say weak or strong market either right now. I would just say a market that's still trying to decide what's up with interest rates, because there is some important data coming out where inflation's trying to come back a little bit, ever so slightly. It's enough to be paying attention to it. And then on the other end of things, it's like, well, jobs data keeps changing. That could also affect interest rates. So it's just, I think it's just data, and it makes the market a little more indecisive in the short term. Yeah. But how you put it, Dr. J, is actually perfect. You feel longs are more profitable or more probable, but limited upside. That is true. Shorts less likely, but can also flush. Also true. Because we're going to have days where they don't do either of those things. But at least you're aware of it. You know, you can point it out to yourself. A lot of people feel that way and then don't act on it. It's like, why would you not take advantage of that? You just perfectly explained what it is. And sometimes taking advantage is not doing anything at all. Sometimes it's just getting a quick scalp and that being your only trade of the day. Sometimes it's getting positioned into a swing that maybe you like because of what the gap up held or what a gap down held. You know, it just depends on what you're doing. which this says Treasury yields are down sharply after a better than feared December CPI report. Short covering activity, rebound in mega cap stocks amid broad-based buying interest, and a slate of better than expected earnings from some of nation's largest financial institutions, which we talked about a lot of that. I'm going to repost that in chat real quick. I always like posting this because it's a nice little brief summary. It gives everyone an answer to everything. It stops people from overthinking more. Your infant started giggling today. It's the cutest thing. Good for you, Doctor. That has to be like the coolest thing ever. Potential bearish retest under pre-market high. Still looking for the flush under 591. We also have today's open very close by. About to go higher. Saw a big spike on NQ at 5:30. Very new to this, but heard about this being inflation numbers. Yes, Kyle. If you're new to this, try not to think about it too heavily right now until you learn more. But yes, inflation data came out, and what we thought was behind us could be slowly creeping in. So it just brings up a couple red flags. Because we're all, of course, in the big hopes and beliefs that interest rates keep coming down. What's the one thing that could stop interest rates from coming down? Inflation spiking back up again, jobs data becoming weak. So these are two things that the Fed have to keep in close check. CPI came out, PPI came out yesterday, but the big thing you want to watch for is PCE. This is what the Fed actually used to decide, hey, yeah, we're going to be a little bit more aggressive here, or not. So that's very important. And I'm not going to sit here and try to act like some economist that understands every little parameter that can move the market up or down. But these are just the basic mechanics of what's going on right now with interest rates and inflation and just, kind of the recency, what's been going on. A really cool website you can use, and I've been sharing this for a long time with everybody in chat. You don't have to sign up or do anything to do this either. Is the site. Briefing.com, and then you go to the top and you click on stock market update, and you go to this, and it's just a place you can go to get some actual facts on what's going on. So in today's stream, even without me looking at this, we already went over this just because we were aware of some of the banks reporting, not just today but tomorrow as well. So that'll be important because it's the second largest sector in the market. We were kind of already aware of this just because of, well, you can just look for yourself. This, I mean, we were here for it, but it's kind of cool to just get an actual breakdown of what's actually going on in the market outside of us being like, well, we're below pre-market high, we're above today's open. You know, besides a level analysis, it's kind of nice to see what's actually going on. So if you are ever curious, definitely click on that. We also, if you're in the Discord, we also post the news every day and every week. Eric does. But it just comes from this site and then that other site I showed you just recently. But we use this to kind of help us out with what's coming out, who's talking, what's happening. And I have a filter on that hides every piece of news. I only look at the major important news. I don't look at all the in-between junk. Because it's just too much to look at and not all of it's important. Potential bearish retest here again. We see a retest under the pre-market high. The only thing stopping everybody probably in this chat from just flushing this with puts is the fact that we're still above today's open. This is known as a pivot point. Very, very important. Might as well highlight it. But yeah, very important. So if we sell off under this, that's where we're going most likely. And if that breaks, we probably will keep pulling back down. So that's a big indicator. So big question here for everybody in chat who's actually paying attention. What can you look at besides this chart? If this chart's breaking today's open, right? What other charts can you look at to indicate that selling will continue or not continue? What is something else you can look at outside of just seeing this big thick level? What is something else you can look at? Whoever gets this gets a cookie. Not actually. I don't have cookies. Sorry. You get a digital cookie. If you get this right, I will love you forever. It's just set in stone at that point. Most of you are getting it. But the weights. You're correct if you're saying the weights or anything I've mentioned at XOK, you know, looking at the tech sector mainly. But also using the banks, healthcare, you know, all these other sectors of SPY to help us decide what the fuck going on. So if we go to those other charts and we see they're also pushing under significant levels or good parts of their charts or just pulling back under good price action at the same time as us breaking this open, well, that indicates we probably will keep selling because we're breaking the decider level. And if we go look and everything's telling us selling is most likely going to continue, then, I mean, I think we can weigh our chips on the fact that pulling back is going to continue. But again, it takes time. You can't just have this much of a bullish open and then go down instantly. And vice versa. We talked about this already, so I don't want to repeat it again, but you can't just open here and then shoot up instantly. Like, someone's got to be wrong, right? So at the open, they got to stutter step a little bit. So all these were kind of, honestly, these were nice retests. And even now, like, yeah, I'm saying we're rejecting pre-market high, but we're still holding one of the stutter steps that happened at the very beginning of the day. Yeah, we're still holding a good retest. We're still above today's open. So, I mean, technically, trend-wise, yes, you're still up intraday. And you should still go up. I was just saying we're rejecting this because it's the first sign of anything from sellers that has shown us that they're present, right? So if we break up from here, right? Stick with me here. And all we've done here is this little liquidity grab to go up, this little one to go up, this little one to go up. But then we do all this. If we break up from this, that would give us a lot more liquidity. This is probably the best opportunity for a long right now. If they break up above this pre-market high again, a very good chance that we don't just hit the high, but maybe make a new high. We were saying this earlier because it would have been nice to have a better retest that actually had some sentiment change behind it. You know, kind of tricking some people into thinking we're done for the day. Is this it? We don't know. I'm just saying that's possible. Just because we are, again, still above today's open. Which, if I see a good retest under that on the 1 minute, that would be a beautiful scalp down. But we'll see. Outside bar on the 15 minute? Jesus. Good update by Alice. How you doing, man? And what's up, guys? We have 50 people in here right now. Everybody say hi if you can. Get to know your fellow BB traders. Also, drop a like on today's stream. I forgot to say that. That helps out a ton. awesome slow day, so I'm just spamming blitz chess games. You nerd. He's like, yeah, bro, I just beat this guy named Carlson Magnus. Pretty stupid name. What the hell, VC? Man. Anything funny or cool movies or shows recently, or any new music or anything? Anybody have anything to talk about? Besides charts, of course. I mean, we could easily talk about charts all day. Today had a lot of good breakdowns today. I know we're only just about 2 hours in now, but we had a lot of good breakdowns. Not just about like actionable trades, but just, you know, theory crafting and going over things a little more behind the scenes. So you can, I mean, you got to think about it. The only way to trust what you're trying to do more is by understanding it better. So just if you can break things down to a simple fashion, or just have an analogy for different things to kind of help you remember certain aspects of how things should work, right? Again, underline should. I'm air quoting that so hard because, of course, everything doesn't always happen how it should. So that's, again, why you got to have that exit plan, you know? If in this part of the trade I'm wrong, you know, where would I get out? You know, it's nice to know that. It's nice to have a consistent way of telling yourself that instead of just saying, I'm bullish, bearish, like, no shit. But where are you actually entering and exiting, right? You can't be so vague when you're in a trade. You got to be pretty precise. You don't want to just be vague with yourself and then question it when you're actually trying to exit, and then you don't exit, or you do exit and then you make a mistake. You don't want to give yourself all these different ways of being wrong. If you're going to be wrong, be wrong. Squid Game 2. I'm not going to lie to you. I saw it the night it came out. I watched every bit of it. I think I stayed up way too late that day. I slept in the next day. I watched every bit of it the very first night it came out on Netflix. It was pretty good. I don't really like the ending because we have to wait for season 3, but man, I'm not going to spoil anything. It was pretty good. I don't know what people were expecting, though. Everyone was like, it's not as good as season 1. Yeah, no duh. Like, what? Name a show that has, like, a better season than season 1. Like, I mean, there's probably a few, but like, that's the kind of show where season 1 just holds up forever, and then the rest of the seasons that come out just aren't as good. But, like, that's just how it's going to be. Like, I don't know why people do that to the shows. Just watch the damn show. Or don't. Like, these weak takes by people are crazy. No nudists are trading today. They only trade bear markets. Stupid but good. I like it. You binged watched it Sunday? Yeah, you kind of have to. You have to just push through it. Let's go Microsoft. Inside bar with the follow-up of a lower high would be a good entrance if I'm probably still guessing. Wait, hold up. Inside bar with the follow-up of a lower high, would that be a good entrance? Yeah. Hold on, sorry, I had to like envision that for a second. I was trying to envision like lower bar. Yeah, that'd be great. If you get a lower bar, an inside bar, I'm like combining the things you said. A inside bar and then a lower high follows up, like a breakdown of the inside bar and then a lower high of that. Yes, that's beautiful. It's kind of what you have actually right here. Like, we have an inside bar and then a breakdown, then you kind of have a lower high of that right here. But the only thing that's like kind of hesitant for sellers here is the fact that today's open is right here, and that is a very significant pivot point. So I'm not saying you can't short from here. Like, it's not stupid. It's just, it's kind of against intraday trend. So it doesn't look bad, but it's just the positioning's kind of shit. If this was doing this under this level, I think I wouldn't even have to tell you. Everybody in here would be saying they're getting inputs right now. So, is it scalpable to trade under 591 to the today's open? Yeah, I'm not saying it isn't.
It's just today's open dictates direction. I see you're a member, Kyle. I would definitely go to the members only section of the YouTube you're a member, and go to the it's the very actually it should be the latest link. The latest post in there should be yesterday's stream, and in there you'll see me go over that a little bit, or a lot actually. But I would just watch about the first hour and a half of it, kind of skim through it. The first like 90, 100, 120 minutes is us just going through the levels to a very in-depth extent. So I would check that out if you're someone who's just trying to get a good sense of things. Besides me just telling you the obvious, of course, of watching some of the videos that are related to the system to help you get a sense of direction. My videos aren't just reviews. It really is to try to help people just realize what the system is, and if they want to trade it, cool. If they don't want to, also cool. It's your choice. But yeah, take your time, but you do have that access, so I would start there just because yesterday's stream is a lot more recent, and, you know, I don't know. I feel like the more we talk about stuff, the better I can break it down, so I would just watch the most recent thing. Workshop 11, of course, is great, but watching yesterday's stream was pretty nice. Not just the trades we took and talked about together in the directional, you know, way we said how things were going to go down, but it was just everything. It was the whole process. It shows you exactly how you should talk to yourself when looking at levels, not just when taking a trade. Like when just sitting here looking at things, how should you be looking at this? What should you be saying to yourself? And having priority, you know, like I said, current day open it dictates direction for us. Like, so that instantly screams out to me that yes, under 591, yeah, it can go down to today's open. That's not, I'm not saying you can't short that. I'm not saying it's stupid. It's just not as high probability as if this was breaking current day open, because that is something that really does dictate direction for a lot of us. And then previous day control point, that's not even on my screen right now because we gapped up so much, but that's another level that dictates direction. Gap up halfway points, another level. We're not even near that one, so I can't even show you that either. We went over it earlier, but it's very far down, so it's like not even watching that. So the only level I have that helps me dictate direction on a day-to-day basis is right here. We're still above it. Yes, we do have an inside bar. They broke it down. We have good lower highs right here, which I even bet if I drew a fib from here to here, I bet this is a calculated rejection. I would bet everybody here money, which, okay, sorry. You would go down to the, let's just go to the base. We'll just go down to that level. And yeah, kind of where these level or candles are rejecting, where that candle rejected. Normally you draw it right here, but that's more of a continuation candle, so I don't even count that as a rebound yet. But this was definitely a green candle, so that definitely rebounded from there at least. And you can see they are rejecting, and this is definitely a bearish lower high. It's just you have that today's open pretty close by. Whoa, why did it do that? I gotta start back here because I have open, high, low, close on, so it snaps to everything. There we go. Just add that. And then remove that, because as you saw the fib extensions, hold up, let me go back to that, sorry. I don't want to confuse anybody. Son of a bitch. There we go. Now that we know, oh, we have a bearish lower high, blah, 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 you have two very obvious targets that are the fib extensions, and they both line up with levels that we basically already have, so that's pretty cool. But those are usually just extra targets you can use for your trades or whatever. And they pop up, and it's conditional too. So if you're drawing it for your trade, like it's for your trade. It's not a fib you had drawn from 3 days ago. But it looks like they are trying to break down 591 and head to today's open. But yeah, that's how I would draw that fib, like, because we actually broke pre-market high, so structure has been broken. So you can go from here to here and see that we are in a bearish fib. It's just we have this fucking huge and important barrier right here. So as you can see, for us, a little awkward. Inside of the range, definitely makes sense to short down to that level, but at the same time, it's like, does it make sense? It's not as high probability. And I'm kind of repeating myself now, but it's very important to go over this stuff. Because too many strategies on the internet will just tell you how a trade should go. But it's like, bro, what? If you ever actually like try to apply any of those strategies from online to like what you're trying to do, it's fucking impossible. Because they don't actually go over what you're going to do to enter, what you do to exit. What does this tell you when this happens? Like, there's no conditions set. There's no there's no theory crafting. Like I was saying earlier, like, you got to have theory behind your strategy or it makes no sense. Like if something happens, you should be acting the same way every single time that thing happens, right? I know I'm being very vague here, but I'm trying my best. But like you have to be consistent in your methods if you want consistent results, and you can't expect anything else outside of that, right? So it's like that's why I say certain things are unrealistic, certain things are realistic. Using your context, like I said, using context is very important. Like I'm very serious about that. I feel like that's my most used term over the past like 9-10 months is context. Just saying context over and over again because it's very important. What did I just do, and how does that help me in the at the end result? You know, what's coming next, based on what I've seen recently. And like that seems so obvious, but like actually applying it is a different story. $15% on Microsoft. I'm out. Took a minute. It was because I already forgot. But if you go back to the, if you just go back a few minutes, it should be there. Definitely start from when I started talking because I went over a lot just now. I kind of touched on a few points at once, so it was a little confusing. But it's very important using context, how to actually use it. And it's funny because like what I'm going over, you can apply to any strategy. It's not like what I'm saying is just our chat only. Like no, I mean whatever you trade, you can use what I just explained to help you make better trades, to help you make better decisions more often, right? Because I mean, we don't control the market. You don't know where it's gonna go. I was only looking for the break of 426. Here, I'll go to Microsoft. My bad. You've been saying it for a little bit. Damn, no kidding, dude. Good for Microsoft, man. I mean, if you've been in my streams the past... Jesus Christ, that's hard to look at. Hold up. Oh, God. Oh, there we go. I've been saying for a fat minute, like, I hate how Microsoft's been treated the past few months. Because it's crazy to me how it's positioned so well for upside, movement. But once it gets going, it kind of stops. Like, this was the best move we got, right? But that was just because the whole market did that. But they've been down here in the gutters while most of its sector is kind of up here against their all-time highs or above making new all-time highs, like kind of on a pole right now, right? So Microsoft's actually in the gutters compared to most of its sector, the tech sectors in general. So, I mean, generally, this one's in a great spot. It just doesn't feel like it because you're looking at a $420 stock. So I could understand that take too. And then real quick, I guess we could look at the daily time frame chart for this. We don't do that as often as we should. Which, did I delete the other one? It should be this one. Yeah, this one. That was weird. It was like highlighted. So nice to see us back into the, I don't know, I call this like the meaty range because it's actually kind of nice to look at. You can expect the range here. Whereas when we were down here, or I'm sorry, right here, it looked like we were just going to keep free falling. And we kind of did. We did open a lot lower. We did almost fulfill touching that next area. They stopped at the gap, though. Liquidated there. Nice wick, too. You can see kind of double confirming that. And then another gap up to follow with the CPI data, so. The power of a daily bullish kicker. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. I don't think about the daily candlesticks yet because it is only 10:30, but that is definitely a crazy open. Again, because I think a lot of people look at this chart initially and they're like, oh, we went from here to here. No, we didn't. We went from here to here. That's a more significant jump. We closed at almost 582 yesterday. So, a lot more significant than it initially looks when you're first looking at the chart. Like, oh, we only went up from here to here. It's a lot more significant than that. Damn it, I keep clicking the wrong thing. Ugh. I keep trying to keep this arrow in the chart, but it's like pointless. It's like, let's just move this here. This here, I'll show you the two things I mentioned, Kyle. Hold up. So I can't specifically show you, but if you go to the channel and you click this button, it's the literal very first thing. And you can watch the other ones that are right under it too. That's fine as well. But I can't click this because it'll show it. But click this, and it's the very first thing there. And then the public video that I was saying you could watch. Oh, wait, there it is. Yeah, there's one of them. But Workshop 11, which actually, I guess you could just watch this video. But I was just trying to show you yesterday's stream because it was to members only, and it was very recent. It actually covered a bunch of things. But Workshop 11 is like the famous video, just going over everything. But there are some more recent examples that are just as lengthy if you want it that way. But yeah, skim through it if you want. And then also, anybody who doesn't know this already, let me just repeat it because I still see some people getting kind of confused at this. All my OGs should be fine. But if you've been in chat, hold on, let me just pull it up. If you go to the Discord, Bueller buys Discord, you go to the trade floor, right? You click on this fancy button right here. It says pinned messages, right? And this is free for anybody to click on. You go here, click on jump on this last message, the very last message. You click jump right there at the top right. Sometimes it won't go to it, so you have to do it twice. Believe me, I've done this 1,000 times. It does bug out a lot, so don't feel crazy. It's not you. And then download this. It's free. So everybody can have that. I think there's a link posted on my Twitter as well, but the reason I don't promote the link on Twitter is because I generally cannot find it. Nor do I even like getting on Twitter. So there's, yeah, there you go. But yeah, just join the Discord. You can download that and you can have it. That's for anybody that's not just like a members thing. You could just join up, not have a membership, download that. It's literally for everybody. We share that around to everybody. It's just very important that, you know, those aren't every candlestick that exists. Those are just the ones that we find to be the most impactful, the most tradable, I guess you could say. If that's a way of explaining it. I've gone over them for a long time now and found the most impactful ones that I find the most exciting and actually, you know, actionable, like I said. And Leland has recoded over that information and made it even more, I guess readable is the word, but like to where you could understand it. You know, you can read it and be like, oh, okay, I do this every time. It gives you good, consistent rules, how to actually trade them, what each candlestick does. So, very important. And as I've stated before, you know, find your favorites. You know, like personally, my favorite candlestick pattern, and feel free to share your own favorite candlestick patterns, guys, in the YouTube chat. But like inside bars, I love inside bars. Outside bars are great. Piercing lines, dark cloud covers, like these are some of my favorite candlestick patterns because they're not just tradable on bigger time frames. They're very tradable on smaller time frames as well. And what do we like to do a lot of the time? We like to scalp. You know, what's wrong with that? Even if it's just a small move to get, you know, 15-20%, that's still great. You know, that's all we really need to aim for. If we can get anything extra than that on some runners, great. Definitely not complaining. And there's that flush under 591 to 590.35, which is today's open. Any extra movement under today's open is definitely bearish. Just keep that in mind. I was just typing in trade floor while I should be doing it here, but Trump is next week is going to be wild. The news is going crazy. Oh yeah, him being our president again is going to make the market go crazy. I mean, it already has. It already has made the market go crazy. I'm not going to act like it hasn't already. Open range breakout under today's open, and it's leading to a quick flush. 589.20, very possible. And yeah, I'm glad I kept streaming because I had a feeling, again, if anybody in here, and this is another topic, but the 3 phases of the day, you know, we already passed the first phase of the day, and now we're literally 2 minutes into the next phase of the day, as I like to call it. We're already getting some more movement, you know, and it's kind of cool because you saw some build up in the first part of the day where buyers grabbed to move up higher on the day. That's also possible. But seeing this pullback, there was definitely some build up. We talked about the bearish fib from the high of the day to this pullback. This is a bearish fib, so you can see there was definitely, like I said, some build up. A lot of consolidation under that, some pullback. So it's not really surprising to see us fall. But definitely going to see the decision made around this level. It's not going to happen all in just a couple candles, but nice to at least see some movement there, though. So we'll see if we get some continuation under today's open, that 590.35, some continuation to the downside, or do we get a retake of today's open and a pump back up? Who knows? Oh no, that chart was fine. I think it's this one. Ah, okay. That's why I was doing that. I didn't have open, high, low, close on for this chart, but I did for this one. I was wondering why I was bugging out. This stream will end shortly unless you restart it in your streaming software. What? Am I still streaming? Can y'all still see this? Yeah, y'all can. Why does it keep saying that, bro? That is so scary to read. It's telling me my stream is gonna end. Like, what? Every time I click off YouTube and then come back to it, it says that. And then it reloads and it's like, excellent connection. Like, what? I went away for a few seconds? What the fuck? Okay, I don't know what's causing that. All right, well, let's see if we continue to hold under this 590.35. If we do, very good chance we continue to break down. If we get back over 590.35, well, that would invalidate that idea. At least short term, until we see something else. Damn, YouTube sucks today, dude. But yeah, my bad, guys. I can't control that. It's kind of more annoying because I go to OBS and it says 0 dropped frames, which indicates to me, on my end, it's perfect, right? So I don't even see anything that's wrong. And then I go to YouTube's side, it's like pending and it says reloading and it'll end the stream if I don't restart it. It's like, what? YouTube's tripping. Yeah, sorry for that. If it does it again, just know I'm still streaming. I will vocally tell you when I'm ending the stream. I won't just end it randomly. Well, unless I go into Discord, just tag you all. But we'll see if we get a decision here around the current day open. Pretty good drop under it. Already a good move back up into it. We'll see if we get a good rejection, or do they continue back down. And here, maybe for a bit we could check another chart too. I need to just connect these. I'm tired of these not being connected. There we go. Here we go. Whoa. Oh, it's because it just moved. That was freaky for a second. Yeah, sorry about that. The connection issue. right, so tech inside of a gray area. So if we can get a breakdown of 230.70s, pretty good sign. They want to try to head down more. But they're still in a sticky situation where they could just catch support here and consolidate. Banks just consolidating. Can't really see much on that one. Discretionary did break down a new low and retested and made another new low. So that is definitely a good sign for sellers on that side. But look where they are in comparison to yesterday's chart, though. Yesterday's price action. Banks, wow, they actually made it through banks. Healthcare made it through previous day close. They're getting a slight move up right now. So, honestly, healthcare was probably the majority of why we pulled back right now, just now. If you go through your weights, the other charts definitely helped by pulling back a little bit or not moving up. You know, just moving to the right or moving down slightly. But I would say healthcare was actually a big reason that helped. That was a pretty significant pullback by them. Interesting. Weights are making unslopping support. What? The heck did he just say? Hey, I see Jay posting in chat. Damn, there's a lot of posts and results in review. I gotta check those out in a minute. Before we move on, do we have any questions by anybody about anything well, anything really? But mostly around the system, strategy, anything from chat, anything from anything in here. Did a pretty good job going over direction today, even with the slower paced price action, I guess you could say. But still not that bad of a day. I mean, it's been pretty clear. Again, the pacing of things is definitely a little awkward. But do we have any questions about anything from stream or anything from chat or anything like that? Also, be aware of an end of day move. It's not really that shocking if we get an end of day move on a CPI day. It's actually pretty common. So that's not that surprising. So be very careful of that. We are still losing today's open right here on the 1 minute and the 5 minute though. So be aware of that. Chopping around it, really. Again, do we have any questions about anything from stream or chat or about the system? And thank you guys, too, for over 40 likes on today's stream. That's just actually nuts. I think I used to freak out when I would get like 25 or 30. So, I mean, we're already going well above that again. So, that's even crazier. Definitely appreciate the support. It's kind of crazy how everybody still shows up in here. And I like the high quality updates, the result post. A lot of you guys post a lot of good high quality posts. It's not just like, I mean, some people will still, you can still see are struggling, but most people in chat are doing a good job of progressing. I guess I should say. I don't want to say succeeding or getting rich. I don't like to say it like that. It's just there's good progression going on, and hopefully it's contagious and just attaches to everybody in chat. Hopefully everybody gets the bug. You have one, Ace? Ask your question. Don't just say you have one. I feel like you're not even going to ask one now. You're just going to leave me hanging. Alright, well, if we have no questions, I'll go ahead and end the stream. If we have any questions, please let me know. There's a good potential bearish retest happening right here on SPY, so don't be surprised if this dips down. 589.20 would be a good first target. A good second target would be the 588s. If you're trying to trade it, that is. I'll give it a couple more minutes to see if anybody has a question. I only give y'all this time because I don't want people to message me right after I end my stream. Like, don't message me and be like, hey, I have a question on this. Like, why would you do that? I just gave you an immense amount of time in my stream to tell me what's up. Tesla daily. Here, let me go to a single chart. I gotta go to a single chart now. Tesla. Yeah, Tesla doesn't look bad. It's kind of like that Amazon chart I was telling you about, or whatever. I think that was Amazon we were looking at, where it was like it hit that low, but it was holding a good higher low of a base after already, because it already broke base here, but then now it's making like another one. This could be seen as a reset candle, but this is technically an inside bar still, so be careful. Damn, Tesla is such a beast. I mean, just look at this thing. Are these from the daily? Oh god, these have to be from a long time ago. These are from the weekly or the monthly? Okay, that's from the weekly. That's from the daily. That's from the weekly. That's from the weekly. That's from the daily. Okay. So we got a mix of weekly and daily. This must be the old all-time high supply. But you can see we already broke it. 3-bar plate above it. Lower high. Came back down. Hit the bottom of it. Holding the bottom of it. Trying to peep our head out of the top of it. So, I don't know. There's potential there. I think something I'm most interested in, if it does go back up, is does it hit the 50% of this drawdown move, which I don't know where that is, but let's see. Okay, it's already hitting it. My bad. Just answered my own question. All right, so I'm gonna probably draw the golden pocket too. Then we'll do that. So of this drawdown move, it's already hit the 50% once, twice, 3 times basically at today's high. So I don't know. That's direction right there, man. If it can hold over that with some good price action on smaller or bigger time frame, that has good potential to move up. Anything under that, though, definitely a lower probability. But this is definitely not bad base. It's a start. It's something, you know? I hate when people are, like, trying to buy this candle. It's like, why? It's the first time it's been down here, dude. Give it some more time. See, this is it having more time, so that's something to take away from it. But I like that it's holding this. This has to be the all-time high supply from the weekly. The old all-time high, of course. All-time high is here now. But this is the old one. So the fact that it came down here and it's holding this, like, it's really not that shocking. So it's nice to see it's holding a calculated area. It's not just going randomly. What's up, React? Are you just now joining the stream, React? I was just about to end the stream. I was just seeing if anybody had questions. But I felt I was going to feel bad if you said yes, you were just joining the stream. Damn. What time is marbles? What time's marbles? I didn't know we had a marbles date. Oh, you're good, React. You're good. Did you catch yesterday's stream? The unlisted member only stream? That was a vibe. That's what tomorrow's stream is going to be. So make sure you look for the link. Since you're a member in both, you'll see it, but I post it in the members only thing on YouTube, and then I post it in the Discord and levels only channel. Okay, so you know where it's at. Never mind. Okay, cool. I was just making sure you knew where it was and that we were even doing it. Well, actually, I was actually surprised. I was honestly expecting a huge drop-off in viewership because of that stream, because I was like, it wouldn't be surprising to me that some people didn't notice the link, even though I've said it a few times now. But I have no choice but to leave them in those limited areas, so I was expecting that, and then we ended up getting like the same number of views. I was like, okay. So that was cool. You're looking forward to tomorrow? Yeah, I think you'll like it, Garden. Definitely check out the replay if you haven't already, or go through the first like hour and I think I keep saying hour and 20 minutes, hour and 30 minutes, but just skim through it. But we went over a lot. We were very, very direct. I'll say that much on where we were going and the direction we were going. Each time we did something, we were going over it. Took a trade, called out a couple other trades, just went over stuff. The trade reviews. Oh yeah, that'll be towards the end of the stream probably, because we did that and then I think we chilled for a while. It's almost always at the end of my streams, it's just full of just us just talking to each other at the end of my stream, unless we're like looking at daily time frames. But we'll try to do the same thing again tomorrow though. We'll try to. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna force us taking a trade, but if we see a trade, cool, let's take it if we can. But hopefully we get a good Thursday, and then yeah, we'll try to go over some more trade reviews and stuff from chat, whether they're from today or tomorrow. We'll go over both because I'm sure there'll be plenty to look at. And yeah, I'll also look at the post charts channel tomorrow too, which I should probably do that in every stream, but I'm gonna specifically start looking at them more in the member only streams because I really want to promote people to post their own game plans, even if they're just like everybody agreeing with each other. It doesn't matter. It's just you need to post your own stuff, just so you're more a part of it. You understand what you're doing more, what you're looking at more, what you're expecting. You know, it's just you're more in tune with what's actually happening. Do I not have a day trading chart for this anymore? I think I ruined all of my Tesla charts. Yeah, I did. I would not draw this. That's fucking crazy. That is exactly how it should be drawn, but no. I should start drawing that more. Today's or yesterday's open. Should close. Alright, well I think I'm going to end the stream there, guys. I appreciate everything, all the likes, all the comments, all the updates, all the charts and stuff in chat. I appreciate it all. I think everybody's doing a good job working their ass off together. Let's keep it up. But yeah, guys, I will see you tomorrow in the member-only stream. It's Wednesday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday, so we will do that. And I don't know about Friday. I'm really still questioning that one. But I'm really just focused on the member-only streams for the Tuesday and Thursday stuff, so I can't wait for tomorrow. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream, though. We went over a lot, honestly. If you just kind of skim through the beginning, like I said, first like hour and a half of the stream, we really go over a lot in every stream, regardless of it being member-only or not. I keep adding emphasis to that. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed everything today. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And if you have anything else, please go to the Discord and post it, or just let everyone know what you're doing or what's up. And yeah, so I'll see you guys later.